next guest made his movie debut in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, and then he made the Goonies, and now he returns to the big screen in an insane new film called Everything Everywhere All at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once is in select theaters and opens wide April 8th. Please welcome Huy Quan. You seem so businesslike right now, and just a second ago, you were kicking ass.
Wow, this is incredible. I've seen the show for so many years.
We've seen you for so many years, since you were a boy, and I know that sounds creepy. We were watching you.
Thank you for having me, man.
Thanks
is really
for coming.
special. Thank you.
It's fun to have you here. How old were you when you were in Indiana Jones?
I was 12.
12 years old. Wow.
Yeah.
And how did you wind up in that movie? Was it a cat? Like
you know, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas was looking for an Asian kid to co-star with Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom.
And you were Asian at that time?
Yeah. The last time I checked, yes.
And were you an actor at the time?
No, I was not. So they went everywhere searching for it. I couldn't find it. Almost gave up the role, and then they decided to have an open call in Chinatown, Los Angeles.
Wow.
And my little brother went to audition. I tagged along.
Isn't that always the way? It's always how it goes.
Yeah. And I was coaching him behind the camera, and the casting director saw me and asked me if I wanted to give it a try, and I did. The next day, I got a call from Steven Spielberg's office. And my mom thought, heard Hollywood, heard famous director. She thought it was a really fancy meeting. So she put me in this three-piece suit with a little gold chain hanging out of the side pocket. Yeah, and so Steven came out, saw how uncomfortable I was, gave me the biggest hug, the warmest smile, and says, "Key, I want you to come back the next day, but wear something comfortable." And I went back the next day. I walked in the room, and there was Steven Spielberg, George Lucas, and Harrison Ford.
Wow.
And we spent an entire afternoon together, and 3 weeks later, I was on a flight to Sri Lanka, and it was the best adventures of my life.
I bet. Whoa, that's crazy. And at that time, were you like, oh my God, it's Han Solo, it's Indiana Jones at that time?
No, I didn't know who they were, because I've never seen Star Wars.
Oh.
I've never seen E.T. at that time.
Wow.
And certainly not Raiders of the Lost Ark. It was not until after the movie, Steven and George screened it to me, and then I realized, holy, these are really famous people.
Right. You know, we still have to bleep that, even though you spelled it. So then, and then you go right to the Goonies, right from Indiana Jones, right?
Yeah.
That's a movie that is, like, very meaningful to a lot of people. People go crazy, I imagine you get a lot from people.
It's incredible. I mean, it's been so many years, and it's still beloved by people all over the world. I mean, I'm so fortunate to be a part of, that.
And your little brother is so unfortunate to have missed out on all this magic.
No, actually, we have a very good relationship. I love him to death.
I would hope so,
He's been very supportive,
So when, like, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas, when you're, like, working with Steven Spielberg in 2 movies in a row like that, does he give you stuff? Does he become like an uncle or something?
Well, on my 14th birthday, this is right after Indiana Jones, and, I wanted to, to have a birthday party. So naively, I invited them. Oh. And I thought they would come, of course, they're really busy making movies. But instead, they sent a big present. George Lucas sent a U-Haul truck full of Star Wars toys.
Oh, really?
Which my brother was very happy because he got to play with all of them.
Sure.
And Steven Spielberg gave me, you know, a TV and a ton of movies on video cassettes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was incredible. And honestly, I mean, to this day, I am so grateful to them because they changed my life. They changed the trajectory of my life, and my life is better because of them.
Well, that's good. And then you wound up retiring from acting, and you were doing behind-the-scenes kind of stuff, right, for a while?
Well, it's not that I want to. I mean, if I'm being honest, it was tough to be an Asian actor at that time. As I got older,
you feel it's easier now?
I mean, I don't know. I hope so. I mean, you know, I'm very grateful for the Asian representation that we have seen the last few years. In fact, I mean, you know, I make that difficult decision to step away, not because I didn't love it. I really love it, but there was just not a lot of opportunities for me at that time. So I was content working behind the camera all these years until 2018, when a little movie called The Crazy Rich Asians came out. And you know, I remember watching it 3 times in the theaters, and I cried every single time.
I've heard a lot of people say that, actually.
Yeah,
It really moved them.
It moved me. It was a great movie. And I also cried because I had serious FOMO. I wanted to be up there, you know, with them. And it was really then that I decided to get back into acting.
That was what did it. Interesting. And then you just said, hey, listen, let's get it going again. You called your agents or something and said, let's do something.
Well, I called my agent friend and asked him if he wanted to represent me. And this is after decades without an agent. And he said yes. And literally 2 weeks later, I got a call about this movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And this movie is getting great reviews. It's a crazy movie. I mean, it's genuinely like nuts, right? Like Jamie Lee Curtis has hot dog fingers in one scene in the movie. Yeah. Did you when you got the script, were you like, what the hell is this?
Well, first of all, it was one of the happiest reading I've ever done because it featured a Chinese family. And it was a script that I wanted to read for many, many, many years. It just didn't exist before. So when this came upon, I wanted to be a part of this project so badly because I think, you know, it's not only is it a beautifully written script, but to work with the Michelle Yeoh, the Jamie Lee Curtis, James Hong, I mean, it was incredible.
You had fun with them? You had fun doing it?
Yeah. I remember, because I haven't done it for so long. It's been more than 20 years. And I remember the first week of shooting. I was so nervous. Because sitting in front of me is Jamie Lee Curtis, behind me, Michelle, and to my left is James Hong, all legendary actors.
Right.
And I kind of had a panic attack.
Oh, he did?
And I remember one day I finished a shot. Jamie Lee Curtis is always by the monitor watching. And she saw it. She came up to me, and she says, Key, that was freaking incredible. And to get that praise from her meant so much to me. And I walked on set the next day with full confidence, and that's how I finished the movie.
Yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis. Well, congratulations. That's so much fun to have you. What are you working on now? You have something going on right now?
Yeah, we just started shooting a television series for Disney Plus called American Born Chinese. I'm in it with Michelle Yeoh as well. We have an amazing cast, and it's produced by Melvin Ma and Jay Caston and Kelvin Yu. And it's based on a graphic novel. It's great.
It's great to have you. Great. Welcome back to show business. Huy Quan, everybody. Everything Everywhere All at Once is in select theaters. Opens wide April 8th. We'll be back with music from Wallows. Congratulations on making it to the end of a YouTube video. Why not celebrate by clicking the subscribe button? You earned it.